We'll drop a link in the Facebook then as well.
Yeah. It pops up.
Right. Go ahead now. Throw the link over. There we go. Right. So welcome everybody to episode 18 of the Red and Tera Show. The last one we did was with mate of mine, Luke Hanlon. So if you haven't seen that, go and check it out. He talks about his upcoming movie and how he fucking got through Corona times and all that madness and still met all the requirements and fucking got the movie shot. So go and check that out. If you haven't, go and check out our merch page. All the links will be in the description. And buy yourself some cool Class A's, terrorist, whatever, fucking merchandise. Support the cause. Red, how have you been, pal?
Just there sharing the link. Takes me a while, but you handled that impeccably.
Well, I had to fill the dead space, as they say. So
they're eating jellies, and I don't care how unprofessional.
I'm fucking jealous. I wish I had a few.
I know. Everyone does. Everyone.
So yeah. It's strange in the world. It's been what? It's been over a week or something since we done one, hasn't it?
Yeah. The whole world's gone fucking mad.
It's madness at the moment, isn't it? It's madness. And United are losing 1-0 for anyone that's tuning in at the moment. And
early?
Yeah, Neymar scored after about 4 minutes.
Can't say I'm Villa fan, so.
Yeah, can't say Liverpool fan.
I join you in defeat.
It's one of those things, isn't it? You're nearly afraid to laugh at people's fucking, you literally laugh at someone and then you play the next day and get hammered and it just fucking bites you in the face. So,
well, as a Villa fan, I don't know that because I don't really slag other teams because I've never had that confidence to be able to. So, yeah, I think no Villa fan. That's why people don't hate Aston Villa because I'm very we don't slag teams when they get beaten because
just very timid, You kind of root for them. But speaking of United, what do you make of all this Cavani stuff?
I've only seen a kind of glimpse of it, so kind of break it down for me real quickly. Because I think I already had my opinion.
He put up an Instagram post, and in it he says, whatever it is, Negrito or something like that. Which, again, if you go back to the Suarez thing, the Uruguayan, apparently it's a term of endearment or something. I don't know. But it seemed to be to someone he knew. I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but everyone jumped on it then. Troy Deeney had a fucking rant saying he needs to be re-educated and all this nonsense. I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I should be up on my pedestal going, well, Suarez got a 10-match ban for what he apparently said to Everett, which is the exact same thing. But if you take context into it...
But they don't. That's the problem. That's why I was asking, because I wanted to make sure. Basically, what I was saying is, was he saying it to a friend or was he insulting another player?
It was an Instagram picture where he said something, Negreto or whatever it was.
But then it's bullshit. Let it pass. Don't start. I mean, this is what I'm saying is, if racism is so bad that you have to go seek it out. This should be a non-issue. You know what I mean? Because there's so much war stuff going on.
I've seen a lot of people get on the high horse about it because they're like, well, fucking Suarez got his 10-match ban. Why is he only getting a 3-match ban? For me, it's like, why is he getting banned at all?
He shouldn't be getting banned at all.
It's like in his home country. I've seen people saying, "Oh, well, my wife's Colombian and she says it to her sister all the time," and it's like saying sweetheart or cutie or something like that. It's a weird one, and apparently when Suarez said it, it meant little black man or something. So I don't fucking know. I don't know enough about it, but it was the same as, remember Bernard Silva with Mendy, and he said there was a picture of him he put up or something. He said if he didn't have his jewelry on, you wouldn't be able to see him or something like that.
Yeah.
Something, it was like stupid. I'm sure people will jump in and say, look, it's racist, you shouldn't say. But it's the way people get so annoyed over it. Well, especially Cavani's one. It's kind of like, what are you fucking doing? Like, and he gets a 3-match ban, but he's playing tonight. Like,
I think, again, context is key. And also, it wasn't like lifted from a secret group chat around that. He posted it publicly.
Posted it, yeah. It was an Instagram.
So he's sitting there going, how's it going? He using that term or whatever.
But,
so yeah,
like,
no, it's fucking.
Yeah,
common sense just goes out the fucking window. People go, yeah, but radio, why are there for you? Can't I say, well, I can have a say because I can be accused of it as well. Do you know what I mean? So everyone can have a say in these sort of issues.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering how was he playing
important.
tonight? If he got a 3-match ban, like, was it only racist in England? So the FA game, like, because he wasn't playing.
Yeah, it's probably an FA ban, yeah.
Yeah, but like, is it not like? They're trying to stamp out racism in UEFA and FIFA and all. Did you not get a ban from them? Like, what way does it work? Like, he wasn't playing at the time. It was obviously a post-match comment on a social media account. So, should it not be a ban from all competitions? What about, yeah?
This is. Well, that's the thing. They'll just do half and half. That way, at least one of them is right.
True. Yeah. We've a question from Simon Jordan there. From earlier, we may as well answer a shout out, Simon Jordan. Which one of you will be forced to receive the jab when it's ready, and how excited are you about returning to the old normal again? Unicorn picture. I'll let you jump on into that one.
I reckon I'll be the first to get it, but I won't get it until I absolutely have no other choice, because that's where it's going. So I'll hold off as long as I possibly can, but like if I have to, like the missus is dying for a bleeding holiday, so if I said, oh, well, I can't go because I'm not getting the COVID jab, I'd be getting the jab. So
you a bitch.
Yeah, no, look at she's feisty, she's scrappy.
She is scrappy.
You know what I mean? So I'll relent as long as I can. Yeah. But because again, I'm not even anti-vaccines. This one is a bit the timing of like how quickly it's being done, and the company, fair enough, it is a bit dodgy. So I'm more willing to sit back and watch other people. Other people don't die.
Just on the vaccine thing, right? I was reading this the other day, and let me find it. Right, someone was breaking down the Pfizer information, right? So we broke down the information. So the Pfizer study, 43,000 participants, so 21,500 took the vaccine, 21,500 took the placebo. The total positive who got coronavirus was 170, which was 0.39% contracted coronavirus, right? 3.8% or 817 people minimum had an adverse event, right? So some sort of adverse reaction. Without having read the thing, it could be, I don't know, maybe something from a mild headache to a stomach ache to a fucking seizure or a heart attack or something. I don't know. Kidney failure. I'd have to read through it. But so 170 people contracted the coronavirus out of the whole study group, but 817 people had an adverse effect from the vaccine. So what the fuck are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
What we're doing is we're waiting for all these head cases who are all going to get the test done and have no symptoms. These idiots, we're waiting for them to rush to the chemist and the doctors and get these vaccines. And then we're sitting back and we're waiting. And if they start dropping like flies, we can go, ha ha ha, told you so. Now you're dead. Ha 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 ha. And then we can
the Irish government comes out today, Stephen Donnelly, and says they're indemnified. So they've indemnified the vaccine companies, right? So no matter what happens to you, they won't be held liable, right? Now, I view this one of two ways. Maybe it's a legit vaccine, and when people take it, they'll be fine. Maybe it's a fucking placebo saline fucking vaccine, because there's going to be so many eyes on it, and people don't really need to be vaccinated against what this coronavirus is. So maybe it's a pretend vaccine to let the world go back to normal. Or maybe they're just going to jab people with an untested joke, and cunts are going to drop left, right, and centre, and it'll be nothing you can do about it. So, like, you've kind of three scenarios there, you know what I mean? Maybe there's a genuine, all, like, say they're trying to develop a vaccine. At no point in time for any sort of outbreak or any sort of other disease or virus or whatever have they had all the top scientists in the world at the same time working on the same thing, because there's just not been a demand for it. Like, if you have, say, smallpox, they're working on a smallpox vaccine or a measles vaccine or fucking whatever, there's not 50 bleeding labs in the world all devoting every inch of their time because they're like, if we get this vaccine, we'll make a mint out of it. Like, you'll have people working on it maybe, but they're not devoting. Maybe a lab is working on 4 or 5 different things, but at the moment in the world, under the current climate, everyone is working on getting this vaccine because it's $1 trillion industry, you know what I mean? So maybe they have, because it's all hands to the pump, everyone's working on the same thing, they're sharing information, maybe they have come up with a vaccine in much quicker time. Maybe they jump through a few safety hoops to get it through, but they're confident in their product. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. So I wouldn't be the first in line to get it. And like you said, it will come to a point where if they're holding you down and jabbing into you, there's nothing you can do. Or if you can't walk, can't eat, can't fucking travel, whatever, you might have to get it. But for me, I've foregone traveling for the last 8 months a year. You know what I mean? I'll go another 8 months a year if I have to.
I could forever. I could literally stay in Ireland forever. But that's the same.
At some point, to be honest, I wouldn't want to travel at the moment. It seems mad. Like, you may have to get a fucking test, you may not have to get a test, you might cancel it, you could be on the red list, you could be on the amber, you know what I mean?
But this is what I'm saying about having to get fucking, like...
So I think at the moment, I'm not bothered about travelling anyway. You're not enjoying the experience, and then when you get there, there's all the restrictions. Like, say you go to Spain, next week they could go into lockdown again. You can't go to a restaurant, you know what I mean? Like, everything is so up there. It wouldn't bother me. Like, I'll go another year without traveling if I have to. It'd be down to, can they stop me walking? Can they stop me fucking getting food in you know what I mean? If I can't go into a shop, can I order it, deliver it, click and collect, whatever, you know what I mean? Well, then I'll forego that for a bit longer, you know what I mean? Right, fucking, it might be a bit inconvenient, but I'll go for as long as I can until, like, if everyone's getting it and it's safe and back to the world, but you're left in the corner on your own, like, for what you, I don't know, maybe I'll reconsider it then, but at the moment, it's like, not a chance it's going into me arm. No fucking way.
Yeah, hopefully those people just, it's all those...
Well, it's going to be the elderly get it. So if the elderly start dropping dead like crazy, there'll be uproar. Which
no, but who? The people who have welcomed...
Like, they've been dropping dead already and fucking left to die in nursing homes and all.
This is what I'm saying, but people are fucking...
the cunts who behind the cervical cancer, behind the septic tank babies that were being tested on for half of these fucking vaccines out now. You're trusting these people to have your health and well-being, you know, as their best interest, but no.
Well, anyway, are you looking forward to your COVID Christmas?
COVID Christmas. It's
jolly COVID Christmas.
Did you see Michal Martin and Varadkar, like, that, literally laughing as they're saying the things? They find it so hilarious, like.
Yeah. I laugh as they say as well, to be honest with you. Like, it's fucking...
When you get to the house, everyone should go for a walk and leave whoever's cooking the dinner in the kitchen on their own to cook the dinner while wearing a mask. What are you talking? You know what I mean? What use? And then like requesting that people wear masks outdoors and all. I'm just like, oh.
If you were, I just know if you're walking around, you're not compelled to go into a shop. Well, if I'm going shopping, I kind of fucking am. Like, otherwise, it's not gone shopping. It's just gone into town to walk around and get back on a bus and go home again. You dizzy cunt. I hate that. Oh, don't feel compelled. You have to go into the shop. Well, I do, because that's where all the stuff is. It's inside the fucking shop. I can't just stand outside the shop and go, oh yeah, I like that, I like that, I like that.
Like, you've locked cunts down for weeks, like, without shopping, and then you're telling them, well, if you're going shopping. Like, here's a direct quote from Varadkar, right? Wrap your head around this.
Hit me with it.
I think we've been very clear on this. If you get a negative test result, you could have coronavirus and you should self-isolate. But if you test positive, on the other hand, you could have coronavirus and you should self-isolate. This is why we test, to give clarity and certainty to the public.
So basically, don't get the test, just isolate for 2 weeks.
May as well, because if you go and get a test and you're negative, you could still have coronavirus and you should self-isolate. And if you're positive, you could have coronavirus and you should self-isolate. Like, ridiculous. I think I remember saying on here a couple of weeks ago about the Portuguese thing. So there was 4 kids from Germany in Portugal, and one of them tested positive, and they tried to self-isolate them in a hotel and force the other 3 to get tested as well, even though none of them had symptoms. So it went to court, ruled in the favour of the kids, and then it was appealed and went to the higher court, and they ruled in the favour of the kids. So basically the ruling on it was that the PCR tests were unfit for purpose. Anything above 17 cycles, maybe 15 or 17 cycles, was basically redundant. And once you went over 30 cycles, the chances of getting a false result was 97%. So in Ireland, we do between 30 and 45 cycles, they've admitted. So there's a 97% chance. This is the court. They reviewed all the scientific papers on it available to them and said there was a 97% chance that the test would be faulty at that range, because it was basically scrap information you're getting from it. Nothing information, like, it's finding the tiniest particles. I can't decipher what they belong to, whether they're live, dead, how long they've been there, how long you know what I mean? Nothing. So this court basically upheld that not only was the test not fit for purpose, but also that none of the kids had been checked by any sort of health professional. No medical professional had checked them and said, yes, you have symptoms, I'm going to send you for a test. It was basically a bureaucrat that sent them for a test. One of them tested positive, and then they tried to force them into isolation. And they said that was illegal. There was no medical ground for them to do that. Like, so it was an interesting little test that came up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but again, here is different. Because people don't want to hear it.
Oh, no, of course not.
You know, that's the problem nowadays. Everything is just so divided that it's like, once you're on the other side, you just don't want to hear the other side of that argument.
There's no truth to be had, is there?
No.
Like look, for instance, right, yesterday we exited our 6-week lockdown, yeah? Right?
I feel 2 levels safer.
Did you see the news?
No.
Did you see what they brought out?
No.
Right, 230 new cases, yeah, which is the lowest it's been for a while or whatever, yeah? How many deaths did they announce? 18. They announced 18 deaths on the first day that we went out of lockdown. Like, none of the time before the lockdown and during the lockdown, none of the days was there any more than like 7, 8 deaths, and like at least 5 of them were previous deaths from the month before, whatever, yeah? 18 deaths they released yesterday. Do you know where the deaths were from? There was 9 or 10 were from September. There was about 5 from October. That leaves 3. So maybe 4th of October, and I think 3 of them. No, sorry. So with the 3 left, there was 2 were unconfirmed. So 10 from September, 5 from October. So not even November. These are like 2 months old and 3 months old. And then 2 unconfirmed. So they hadn't been tested. They were just suspected from COVID. So that leaves 1 death. And they released that on the day that we come out of lockdown. You know what I mean? So this is the kind of disinformation that you're up against. You can't win. How the fuck do you win? Because straight away people read that article, read that headline and go, oh, look, we're opening up too soon. It's like, but 2 weeks? You have said 2 weeks for you to see the outcome. So how, this doesn't even make sense. Like, no.
It's nonsense. It's all nonsense. That's what I'm saying. But because they know that people aren't questioning, because they've made it bad to question it. They've made people who question it bad people. So nobody wants to be a bad person. So we're not going to question it. We'll all go, oh God, isn't this ridiculous? And we'll all pick and choose whatever rule we want to break ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll always hear, even the L ones, the most purest L ones, the COVID L ones, oh my God, no, that's against the rules. Oh my God. But you know what I mean, the whore and the husband like to go for a hill walk and then the closest mountain that's like 12 k's away. But they do it every weekend, and sure, it's keeping them saying, I was like, yeah, but it's past the 5k. Oh well, this is, we're just going, do you know what I mean? But everyone else is coming out for not wearing a mask, and so everyone is breaking their own, picking their own rules. Or what do you mean? I can't have me fucking next door neighbour in the house? Of course I can have me next door neighbour in the house. Comes around all the time. Yeah, no, but she's not allowed. But of course she's allowed. It's only fucking Mary and Agnes. Come here, Mary and Agnes. We sit in the room. Now, see those fucking anti-mask people on the table all day on the telly. Oh my God, anti-fucking. Like, why don't you just comply? You know, all these flower. And this is what it is. It's just gone fucking. And then they'll hear all this. Oh, did you hear Micheál Martin today talking about this? Well, I have to leave the granddad beside the window. We'll freeze the fucking death.
Well, do you want to go through some of them? Do you want to read some of them out for the crack, like?
Yeah. Hold on.
Well, here we can throw the share screen here if other people want to read along, because it's fucking hilarious. Let me see that I have it there. Right, so can you see that there, Red?
I surely can.
Do you want to read some of them out? So there you go. So what will a COVID-19 Christmas look like? Well,
and just remember, scroll back to the picture. Back to the picture. How are they greeting? They're touching elbows. I was actually pointing at it. I forgot you couldn't see where I wasn't pointing at. Damn, son, this weed is strong, yo.
Corona weed, you can't, I don't know. Integrity. One of the boys, shout out Irish Kid, just while we're here. Josh Tully, Dylan, Irish Kid in the live chat. Fair play. Just throw us a few questions, we'll answer them. But anyway, Red, run us through this here. So, Christmas dinner. You arrive down, where you heading, the parents' house or down the home?
No, I'm staying here. I'm your own.
You've
coming
up here, yeah?
Yeah.
Uncle Mick coming up for the Christmas dinner, right? So.
Making the fucking thing.
Right,
so scroll a bit.
Christmas.
So this is them just basically telling you, well, you know, you're allowed to have people come in here, but this is what the government would like you to do.
Here's your button. Now remember, this is bullet pointed and in bold, so it's really important that you do this, okay?
Right. So we've all had a tough 2020. We've all not seen our family and friends, and there's, you know, Christmas is the time where we do that. So you have to rock up to the mas or the dads or the friends or whatever. Knock at the door. They open the door. Try avoid hugs, kisses, and handshakes as people arrive. What you have to do is just text them. That's just walk up to the door and then just go, how's it going there, pal? Jesus, a happy Christmas, man. It's fucking freezing outside, isn't it? And then wait for the reply.
You have your mask on, so you'll have your
and
mask
if they leave
on.
you unseen, you probably weren't invited to the gaff. Don't share items like crockery and glassware. No, don't share that. So everyone has to bring plastic cups.
Right, so
great for the environment. Great for the environment.
If I go to a restaurant, right? I can have a plastic cup or a knife or a fork that hundreds of cunts before me have eaten with, and it's been washed and deemed clean and hygienic for me to use. But I go down to my parents' house and they give me out clean cutlery that's only been used by the people within that family bubble and my family bubble or whatever. No, not acceptable.
No, you can't. What you need to do is, we need great for the environment plastic cups and cutlery. Trees, all the trees to be chopped down for those paper plates for you to have, so you don't kill your nanny. Remember, that's the important part. It's not bullet pointed, but that's what they're trying to tell you. Next, avoid sharing food and buffet style setups. Now, I agree with the first part of that, just because I don't like sharing food. So
that's because you're a miserable cunt, though. Go on.
Yeah, no, let's be honest. I get my plate. That's my plate. Don't touch my plate. I'll sit over in the corner on the fucking sofa and I'll mill it like that. I don't care, like, but don't. And the buffet, no, I don't mind a bit of, like, have a little pick. Like, fuck you, Micheál Martin. And as well as that, right? Like, what's this? Use single-use options when you can. A fucking plate is a single-use option. You use it once and then you put it away. You wash the fucking thing.
No, but Red, come on. Someone had to sit in an office and think up all this great imaginary fun stuff for people to be worried about. The
if I was like a dishwasher company or that sold the tablets or something, I'd be saying, dear Irish government, fuck you, saying our bleeding tablets are shit.
Right, come here. You can go to a restaurant. You can go to you go to a pub. You get grub and you get a pint. That pint glass has been washed hundreds of times.
I hope so. Not the blacker, I wasn't.
But yeah, but you know what I mean. But that's all right. But go down to your. Anyway, we'll.
Yes, but this is how you're going to feel 2 levels safer.
Right. So give a little extra space. Take us away there, Ed. Come on.
Okay. So social distancing is still,
Yeah.
For COVID. Well, see you COVID. It could be dig with 2 meters away. Try to allow extra space at the dinner table. Right? So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. What you're going to have to do is shorten your fucking family.
Or get an extension on your dinner table.
Like, what?
Can you picture, right? Do you know in the movies, like when it's like, say, a medieval movie, and they go into the big castle and they have this big long table, and the fucking king is sitting at one end and the queen sitting at the other end?
That's Micheál Martin's gaff. That's Micheál Martin's. This is how fucking touch these guys are. Like, it's mind-boggling. Like, try to allow extra space at the dinner table. There's people are going to be sitting in the sofa with dinner on their lap because there's just not enough room. We don't live in fucking mansions. Do you know what I mean? So they even put that out there. I don't think it's great for the COVID thing anyway. But there's just that level of fucking arrogance, like, oh, when one is sitting on, like, make sure you double out the spaces. So instead of having 24 people at your dinner table, have 12. I was going, yeah, because you live in your gaff, pal. Do you know what I mean? Like,
have you been in a gaff in Killock?
Yeah, I'd chop up your table and make 4 beds out of it. Fuck off. Right. Yeah, no, next we have extra distance between settings will make sure everyone is comfortable and keep safe. But again, that's bullshit, because you can only get maybe 6 people at a standard table, which means you can only get 3 now, and your nanny's on the fucking. She's on the deck.
They're also carrying on like cunts haven't been around our family for the last 9 months. Like,
yeah, I know. You know what I mean?
Like, now it is safe to go back out into the wild, but remember, use extra caution and distance.
It's just so bizarre. Extra distance between settings will make sure everyone is comfortable. No, it won't, because that means that's at least 3 people now not at the fucking table. Sit like that Joe, and Joe, who has to be? It has to be the granddad. So instead of the granddad sitting at the table having a nice hot dinner, he's sitting by the window on a fucking cushion on the deck, freezing his balls off, getting his piles.
Window open. With the window
that's what I mean. Sitting there with piles, window blowing down, dinner freezing.
I actually heard that. I was like, but what about Granny? She's not allowed to sit by the window. You'll endanger her, but granddad be safe. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's a bit gender discrimination there, to be honest with you.
Pretty much, they want the granddad to be safe. But
Oh yeah, here's another one. People from the same households should sit together, because that's what you do when you're after being sitting with somebody for the same fucking 6 months constantly. When you go to somebody else's house, you want to sit with these people.
It kind of goes
Shut
without
the
saying,
fuck up.
right? Like I go down to my ma's for dinner. I'll sit beside Sammy, have me dinner, but on the other side of me will be someone else. You know what I mean?
No,
And the
banned,
kids will all be sitting together.
banned. Can't be having there. Can't be having
Right,
it.
come here. I want to start a campaign, right, where we all send our Christmas fucking crowded pictures of dinner to me, Hal Martin, and Leo Varadkar, and tag them in on Christmas Day. Can we all do that?
No, but right here,
selfies with the granddad and all. You know what I mean?
let's go back. Let's go back then to my table issue on the tour part. People from the same households should sit together. So how the fuck does that happen? Like, again, how big is this fucking table? I've no idea what sort of thing they're imagining here. Like, my table is a standard table. It's actually shorter than a standard table. I think it's only four fucking. Mine's only a 4-person holder. So if I was to have people over, it's just bizarre, and people follow it. That's the thing. I bet you walk in, you go into deals, right? You go into deals, and there won't be one fucking paper plate packet left. There won't be one plastic cup left in the place.
Anyone who does that, if I start seeing cunts putting up their pictures of their Christmas dinner on Instagram on paper plates, I'm done.
They will. I'm fucking telling you, they will. And they put it up and they're like, oh yeah, social distance, of course. But that's the thing as well. Stop putting that fucking disclaimer up. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Do you know what, right? Here's another thing, and this is why people are dickheads. And I don't care if people get COVID and die now, because this is what they're starting to do to me. I read an article later today. Well, I say I read an article. A thing popped up. It was a post on Facebook, right? And it was about something to do with the Late Late Toy Show. Some guest that was on it, apparently he was a lovely man. He was like a fucking caretaker of a ward in the Temple Street or something, whatever. Apparently, lovely guy anyway. So they showed a picture of him. There was a photo of him, a kind of a grainy photo of him from the toy show. Like, obviously, it was taken from a TV screen, remember that, like, of him, right? And then there was another photo of him, a kind of a stock clear photo of him that was like, you know, while he was sitting in the job. And under his joke, they felt obliged to put, this photo without the mask was taken before COVID. Do you know what I mean? Because people are going to look at that heartwarming story and say, oh my God, look at that picture, he's not wearing a mask. Oh my God, that fucking time he's not wearing a... This is what the world has come to. And you're seeing people with their Facebook says, oh yeah, we had to get around there for things. Social distance, of course. Fuck off with your social distance warnings. I don't like, fuck off. And if people are annoyed, tell them to fuck off. If you're annoyed about people not social distancing, fuck off. I'll do it for you.
Did you see all the pictures that popped up of people in town having a few drinks or whatever, and like someone walking through with a video and it's all like, this is the reason why we're fucked and we're going back into blah blah blah. Didn't see one of them about all the queues outside Penny's fucking last night. Not a fucking dicky boy, cunts all fucking on top of each other. Thousands of people waiting to go into the shops. Not a dicky boy. And
that whole, oh, this is why it's going back into lockdown. I was like, no. Before that happened, they've already said it'll be going back into lockdown. Yeah. We were told, oh yeah, so you can do this, and then from this date up until this day in January, and then we're going to go back to a level 5. So how is it these people's drinking fault?
Yeah.
It's the government. The government are doing it all. Stop. It's COVID hasn't done any of this. It is all the government.
Either, you know what I mean? Where's this second wave that's on about? There's no second wave. There's been no second wave. Yeah, I heard the story, right? In Canada, right? An old woman, they're going back into lockdown over there, right? So she was going back into 2-week isolation in a nursing home, right? Couldn't face the thought of being in isolation for 2 weeks. Now, she was sickly and dying, but not dying immediately, you know what I mean? like, will probably die in the next year or so because she's a few things wrong with her. But she wasn't dying immediately. But the thoughts are going into a 2-week forced isolation in the nursing home where she wasn't allowed any outside contact, wasn't allowed out of the room, blah, blah, blah. The thoughts of doing that, she decided to euthanize, right? To kill herself. So the family were all allowed in because she was going to kill herself, and they were all singing fucking Kumbaya or whatever while the doctor injected her and she floated off into heaven. Now, can you tell me, right, if someone is so distraught at the thought of they might never see, 2 weeks isolation, you stick prisoners into fucking isolation, they go bleeding cuckoo, you know what I mean? So the thoughts are going in through some sort of trauma like that, they would rather be dead, right? And you have someone who is susceptible to this virus, right, would rather be dead than be isolated for 2 weeks to protect them. Why not send them home to live with their parents or their family? And if they catch COVID and die, what does it matter? What does it matter? You were going to stick a needle in them and kill them anyway. What has the world come to? What are we doing? What is going on? It's fucking madness.
Yeah, the cure is worse than the disease.
And people will think that's perfectly acceptable. And then me and you walking into a shop without a mask on, we're trying to murder the entire world, like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we are, but still, like,
come here, and I'll be honest with you. I hope you all die.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I will not make one single sacrifice to my fucking freedoms for your existence. I hope you die. Take your vaccine, die. Good. No, I'm only messing. But no, seriously, this is kind of what you're up against. You know what I mean?
What do you mean only messing? I was sitting there agreeing with every single word you said. I was sitting there going, yeah, that's exactly how I feel, Tara. I just, every day I just look and I go walk around coughing on, oh, there's another car off the road. There's another car off the road. There's another cyclist off the road. That's what I do.
Right, there's a lad in the live chat here. Dylan is asking us about, he sent me a link there. Story, Sonny McDermott, what's the crack? How you getting on? He actually, shout out to Sonny, he was telling me about Twitch, about going live on Twitch, and he used, what did he use? Don't Forget or something as one of his intro music or something. He's trying to go for affiliation. Anyway, let me know how you're getting on, Sonny. We're looking into that for Twitch and all that. Irish Kid was on asking about, right, so what do you think of Stanley's comments, boys? Right? So the Sinn Féin councillor.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure.
I heard about the comments. I haven't heard the actual comment.
Right, well, I have the article here, right? He sent me. So what's it? When you fuck. It's a controversial tweet by Brian Stanley. A one-off mistake, says Mary Lou. So I've no idea what this is. Any idea on it now? Mary Lou said she will not remove party colleague Brian Stanley as chairman of the Oireachtas committee over his controversial tweet. Sinn Féin president said the tweet was a one-off mistake that will not be repeated. Stanley TD for Laois Offaly sent a tweet on Saturday celebrating 2 historical IRA attacks on the British Army. He has since apologised for the now deleted comments. Right. I think that pretty much...
I knew it was something to do with it was glorifying the IRA and, in bad taste because British soldiers died or something like that. Like, but fuck, and what? I just hate that everyone has to come out and apologise for everything. Just turn and say, yeah, well, I am glad they died. They invaded this fucking country. We can just come and say that it's disrespectful to their family. Okay, now, it was disrespectful to all the families that were their grandfather's shot.
It's in very poor taste. It's a very poor. If it was the other way around, if it was someone putting up a thing about Bloody Sunday or fucking something, you know what I mean? You'd be the same. How you can't glorify death. I don't think you can't. Not even an act of terrorism. It's gone. It's gone. You can discuss it historically. I don't think you should glorify it. That's what I mean. You can discuss it.
Though.
You can maybe crack a joke about it, but you can't glorify it.
No, you can. You can glorify it because if you're proud of something.
Yeah, you're proud of of moments that aren't like the more like I remember when Hillary Clinton was gloating about we got him, and she had this satanic demonic look.
Was she banned? Was she banned? Did she have to come out and apologise?
No. That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I hold myself to a higher moral standard that you shouldn't make light of death, and you shouldn't glorify it. Sometimes it may be necessary for whatever cause you're a part of or whatever you're involved in, but I don't think...
To me and you wouldn't do it in this particular instance, but we do it on something else. Like this is just his instance.
Actually, I will I backtrack on what I said completely, because did you see the oak with Maradona there during the week?
Wow.
Right, so Maradona, RIP, we'll probably get in and discuss about Maradona. Actually, I forgot about that. But so during the week, he's in his coffin, and there was three of the funeral guys or whatever took selfies with him and put it up online. So with the body in the coffin. And
yeah, seeing the pose.
So the fucking was it the Boca Junior Ultras?
Do you want me to send you the video? Have you seen it?
No, I've seen it. Yeah, did you see it?
Yeah.
So I kind of when I seen the dead body, man, I'm kind of like, man, karma is a motherfucker.
This is what I'm saying. So like everyone's getting up in arms about that. It's like, but that's just he's particularly thinking about that. But I mean, everyone is like, and because like even these people say, no, never, and you go, all right, Jimmy Savile. Oh well, that's different. As I can see, that's your level. So you have an acceptance when it's okay to do it. His is just different. He shouldn't apologise. He's pro-IRA. He doesn't like British soldiers. The British soldiers got away with a lot of heinous crimes, as I stated in that song that Sonny used on his Twitch. See how I did that?
He did. And actually, Sonny popped up there. His dad died a month ago tomorrow. Sorry about that, Sonny. Anyway.
Yeah, condolences, Bob.
He had cancer in his head. That's what he died from. The hospital put COVID on his death set. We're having issues with the insurance company. And loads of people there. Loads of people there. It happened to my auntie back in April as well. Come here. There's going to be more people die from not being treated properly during this shit. And then it's going to be just brushed under the rug. Yeah, another COVID there. It's fucking horrific. The stuff they're going to get away with is fucking horrific. Yeah, so the lads, shout out everyone in the live chat. Fair play to this.
Big up yourselves.
The lads are asking, they're talking about that tweet from earlier. Anyway, fucking discussed it there, so no need to go into it any further. Diego. Such a sad day. Such a fucking sad day. I'd seen it coming. When you heard he was in hospital, I think he'd a bleed on the brain or fucking something like that.
No, as I said, they found blood in his cocaine system.
Hey.
Cracker.
He sniffed more coke than the population of Ireland, for fuck's sake.
He did.
I only, like, literally in the last lockdown, the first lockdown, I watched the Netflix documentary where he managed Libertarios, the Mexican side.
Yeah, you were actually telling me to watch that. I never got around to watching
brilliant.
it.
Brilliant. Go and watch it now. Do you know what? I'm glad I watched that at the time.
Bye, guys. I'm going to watch this.
I'm glad I watched that at the time, because it at the time it reminded me how much I appreciate he's a smashing player, but his story then. And then I went back and watched this documentary after that. And the shit that happened to him in Napoli, man, his life, like, you see what Messi is now. That would have been Maradona if he had his shit together. And without his shit together, the shit he achieved anyway, you know what I mean? But fascinating story. I encourage anyone, the Libertarios documentary on Netflix. Like, it's hard to watch him, and you're kind of like, now he's gone, you're kind of like, Jesus, he was such an iconic figure, but it was hard to watch him in the last few years. A fucking troubled soul, but R.I.P. Diego.
Yeah, no, it's sad. It's sad.
You've seen it coming the last couple of weeks, the shit that was happening to him and all, like. But it's kind of topped off to 2020, didn't it? For El Diego to make it through.
Poor old digger. Poor old digger.
And like you can't. There's no even crowds at the football matches to be able to salute him properly. Like you just imagine Napoli playing there during the week. You can imagine what a full crowd would have been singing for the whole game, his name or whatever. You know what I mean? You missed them tributes, won't happen, and it's a bit of a shame. But anyway,
Yeah. No.
Fans back in the stadiums for the weekend. What do you make of that?
Well, it's already a bit dodgy because the Villa match is called off.
That's
Friday.
Newcastle, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Newcastle had like 5 or 6 players bleeding COVID or something.
No, that's what I'm saying. So as soon as they send to introduce player or fans in, all of a sudden a big Premiership team has to pull out with COVID.
It's a little bit suspect, isn't it?
It is. It just like nothing can just go straight forward for them. Do you know what I mean? Like
just dealing with an unpredictable virus that we think we have a sussed and then it goes off in a different direction. Like we have the stats. We know that for the majority of people under 65 years of age, there's no adverse effects. Like, you know what I mean? Virtually zero chance of death unless you're seriously ill or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But is it unpredictable? And like Alexander Arnold came out yesterday. He was looking like he'd be fit for the weekend, and then boom, COVID. There was rumours that Alisson had it as well. You know, like, is that just what you're dealing with? You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, they're getting some fans back in the stadiums.
I was actually talking to one of the lads. He made a good point. Talking to Ray Cowser, he was saying, he goes, "Yeah, man, it's fucking suspect. I wouldn't have the fans in there because they think about it, they start going back in, then all of a sudden the numbers start going up, and then they end up what? What do they do? They end up cancelling the football for a couple of weeks. And what does that mean? Liverpool will be back with a full fucking strength team." And I was like, "Oh, that's a show, actually. Yeah, that is a show."
Please, all the gods, Odin, fucking whatever you believe in, the spaghetti monster in the sky, make it happen. Like, I've never seen it like it, the amount of injuries fucking Liverpool have. Like, I know you say it before and it's like, yeah, come on, everyone has injuries. Like, man, fucking ridiculous at the moment. Barely a team.
Yeah.
Barely a team.
Hold on, fairness, that keeper, Queevy and Keller done well.
Fair play to him. I'm fucking delighted he was in instead of Adrian. I fucking hate Adrian.
I've the amount of shouts saying, "Lovely, Adrian's not the number 2 anymore. Happy days."
Oh, yeah. And I mean, he had to do. He done it well. Like, it's for the young player and for an Irish young player.
Yeah.
For an Irish, like the Hunter one, he should make that save. It was headed pretty much straight at him at a good height above his head, but he had to make it, and he did.
Yeah, and literally even you see in the Ajax keeper was making a few little fumbles.
You see if he comes for it, if he misses it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. But that's him. So like, so you still have to give Queevy the credit for. Oh, it was easy, but so that loop was easy for the other one, and he didn't do it. So you still have to, it's and then on his debut, fucking.
Do you know what I like more than anything else? And it might sound old schoolish in terms of football, but there was a couple of times when the ball was maybe laid back to him and the forward is bearing down on him and the fullback is under pressure. You know, they're squeezing it and he didn't just try to play a pass just because we're meant to keep the ball. He just put his foot through the fucking thing and it went sailing over the halfway line and whatever. You know what I mean? There was no
regroup.
You see some keepers and they try and do a little drag back or they'll try and play the pass to the fullback and he's under pressure and just fucking hoof the thing. And it was the composure and the awareness, it being inexperienced, the awareness that, no, just fucking lump it, away, you know what I mean? So, that kind of, just that little thing impressed me a bit more because I've seen Adrian at trying to do a drag back and he'd slip and he'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, is this Karius in disguise or what the fuck?"
Oh, good old Karius.
Good old Karius. What a legend. But it's fucking it's interesting at the moment with the fans going back. Like, I've seen the process for the Liverpool one, and it was like you had to be a season ticket holder. You had to live within a certain catchment area within the stadium or whatever. So it ruled out loads of season ticket holders. Like, you couldn't be from Ireland and going over. Like,
Yeah.
So basically, I think it was whittled down to about 8 or 10,000 people, and you had a 1 in 4, 1 in 5 chance of getting a ticket. And then the 1,500 fans in the Cup and 500 in the main stand, and they all have to be COVID tested and temperature checked going in. No beer, no singing, no fucking banners.
So what's the point of even going then?
Don't know. Like I was saying to the outfit earlier, I was saying maybe this is just one of these things where you get through the first 2 weeks of the stupid fucking conditions, and when it can be shown that there was no mass outbreak, you know, the usual, like, oh, you're out protesting the street, wait, you see 2 weeks, the hospital trolleys, everybody be dying, and then 2 weeks, nothing. So maybe it's a get through these silly restrictions for the first 2 weeks, they'll assess it, no, there's no adverse, we'll up it to 5,000, 10,000, whatever, you know what I mean? Maybe it's one of these that you just have to go through the process, and as it goes, they'll make it more. No, well, it's the restrictions are going to stay there until it's like you have to have a vaccine to get into these. So again, here's this situation of me and you wanted to go over and get a game in a Liverpool fucking Villa match. You won't get in without a vaccine. That's the way it's going, you know.
Well, look, if Villa are going to win 7-2 again, I will get that vaccine up my arse.
Sonny, I seen Red's white FUBU tracksuit in a museum in town last week with a signed copy of Dub Life. Red, actually, I wanted to ask you, we haven't talked since...
Can I just say, it wasn't a FUBU tracksuit, it was a Nike one, I think. Oh, no, I did have a white FUBU one as well, actually, yeah. Darn tootin' I did. Good memory, Sonny.
There you go. Right, so I haven't spoken...
No, we both know that CD would have been well within the museum if it was still there. Like.
So anyway, since our update last week, what's the crack? 15 years Dub Life next year?
Oh, no, that was just me messing.
What?
Yeah, no. I
couldn't figure that.
No.
I want to see. I want to see.
Right? Just funny,
a
right?
fucking roundabout or something. You know what I mean? A little centenary fucking 15-year anniversary bleeding Dub Life.
Well, no, because
I obviously won't be able to perform at it because I wasn't on the album. I wasn't invited. You released it before you fucking met me.
Yeah, no. How dare I?
How dare you?
I was on your first one.
Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a 15-year anniversary re-edition, and I'm going to fucking feature on every single song on it. We're going to rap man, send me them masters. We're going to take off all your features. We'll sing all the hooks.
I doubt I need a feature to show up anyway, so you might as well come well. Now, yeah, it's weird because I actually, when I noticed it was my Baba's birthday, Dub Life,
Dub Life.
On the way home in the van, because I drive out like as far as the far end of Kilkenny, and so I was like, I'll stick the Dub Life album on, just for nostalgia, because I probably hadn't heard it in 14 fucking years, like, so it was bizarre. It was like listening to somebody else's album. Didn't remember any of it.
It's mad, the bars, yeah. And you're like, what was I even thinking when I came up with that scheme? Like,
yeah, it was, yeah. And there was one that I was laughing at some of my own bars.
It's mad.
But yeah, so I couldn't remember any of the stuff, and the next song to come on, I was like, what the fuck is this? Obviously, the classics, Be Someone and Get High, I kind of remembered, but there was like, tunes coming on there, I was like, I didn't know Jambo was on this album, like, he's on it twice. You know what I mean? Like, it was weird, like, but yeah, no, because I'd have to relearn the whole fucking album, and fuck that, to be honest with you.
Would you not do it for the crack, like?
Probably not, no.
Just do 2 or 3 tunes and then do a few class airs and bounce. Make a load of fucking brick and be gone. Sell a load of brick and be gone.
Probably have to sell a load of brick, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was just at the idea. I was just thinking, like,
when you said it, I was kind of like, yeah, that's just these just. And I was actually thinking, I was going, man, that'd be good crack, actually. Good crack.
Yeah.
Not that we'll ever be allowed to do that kind of thing again, but
yeah, well, have fun, like.
Yeah.
No, again, I'm not ruling it out totally, but we come back to it in about fucking 10 months, and then we might go, do you know what?
if you have your vaccine, we'll be
Just the
good to
fucking
go.
instrumentals.
Do you see them in fucking China? They're all fucking full techno bleeding. You know what I mean? Cunts are fucking living la vida
One
rapper.
vaccination.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'd be good crack though. I'd be up for that. I'd definitely be up for that.
Yeah, no, we'll get Sammy back to do that'd be one of the conditions. You'll have to convince us to do it. Because I'll be like, if Sammy says no, it's not happening.
It's all him.
No.
Sorry, lad. Sorry, she said no. It's not happening.
Yeah, they're just gonna tag her in a post on Facebook and say, "All right, guys,
yeah.
I was going to do Dub Life, had it all set up, but this girl here refused to sing her part. So, tell her how you feel." No, I don't know. Like, I mean, again, I wouldn't rule her out completely, but it might, because again, it would be a bit of crack to go rock stage one last time, but. It's just the thoughts having to learn the fucking. And then because I put the status up, I was getting people on to me like, "Oh man, do battles and throw a battle on," and you know, and that's what it becomes a big fucking extravaganza. I'm like, going, sounds like a lot of work for someone who
you can't tease them like that though.
Barely wants to do it in the first place.
It's like Khabib or something, you know. Oh, big announcement next week. Oh, he's coming back. You know, it's like the teasers. You know what I mean? You can't say anything like that unless you're going to do it and come out with an announcement. You can't actually throw a little, because you throw it out there and the reaction that you get back from it is like, actually, would I go and do it? You know, so
motherfucker was feeling nostalgic, you know.
Yeah. Actually, it was only the other day I fucking came across that Superhead tune, and was one of them was listening back to it, going, "Man, what the fuck? Where did this come from? I don't remember this. I don't remember the fucking a bar of it, like mad quality tune though."
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Super. Do you know what it was on? Right, I had to go digging for it to find out. It was on Mahoney's Deja Vu mixtape. So
we're all. I had this solo tune on it.
Yeah, flip that coin or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was on that. It was me and you though. Superhead.
Well, I'll check it out.
There's a weird fucking scheme we had in it that was like, where the fuck did it? Yeah.
Check it out. Take a Sudafed, take a Sudafed.
Exactly, that one, yeah. And I'm surprised you, because you normally remember all them things.
I think, once I get kind of bit, I remember the name, but it just, like, sure, I done it the other day. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole the other day. I don't know what it was. It was because I had some flow in my head, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I know that kind of shit annoys you, so I was going through the songs. I ended up listening to a few, and again, like halfway through the track, "Oh, that's us!" What the fuck? I had to pick up my phone and blow. No way, man! What's this class A? No way, man! It's fucking it's be weird. I'm sitting there bobbing along, going, "Man, I know the sound of that voice." And then you would come on, they say it'd be Newey or Raw Soul or something would be on. Or it'd be a chorus from somebody. I'd see there going, "Oh, yeah, what's this?" And then you'd start rapping. Because I've actually heard myself rapping a few and go, "How's it going? It's not me." And then I had to go back. I was like, "That fucking is me." I don't remember that. Like, yeah, it's weird.
A few of them, yeah. And because they're all floating. You go down, like you're saying, you go down that little rabbit hole and you're like, "Hold on a minute, what?" And a feature on the tune or someone like. I remember finding one actually. I think I done with Johnny Boy and Intox. I was like, I don't remember that at all. Apparently, I went out there and fucking recorded a couple of tunes. I don't remember it, like, sure. The joys of it. Come here, I have it for you, right? Do you ever get weird bars stuck in your head?
Yeah.
Right. Have you any mad weird ones that get stuck in your head that stand out for you? Like I've had. Right, for an example, for the last week, I've had an Eminem, "You're an earthquake, you're in your face," stuck in my head.
I get loads of them off Eminem.
Just what the fuck? Where did that even come from? Like, I'm trying to remember what song it was. I can't even remember the song it's on, or trying to remember the next bar, and I can't remember it. Like,
now, mine be I was walking around to be my usual go-to, and then I'll say it once in my head, and then for a whole week I'm repeating it, is the brainiac with a cranium pack for the more uranium than the maniac Saudi Arabian. Yeah. And I'll just do that over and over again in my head, like, just for days, like.
For days.
Yeah, no, that happens to me all the time.
I've
No,
started
with our
it.
tunes though. Although, no, do you know what? Actually, I have one of yours. Oh, what was it again? Yeah, I'm always on point, just like a medieval archer.
Will never be a matter for the.
No, but if anyone ever says the word point, or you have a point, or don't point over there. As soon as I hear the word point, I'm always
Will
going.
never be a matter of voice for the people.
I can do the whole track off by heart.
Yeah. That's unlimited limitations, actually.
Yeah, well, I can do the whole track off by heart, but just that part. Just as soon as anyone says point, well, yeah, no, I think I have before.
What's my next one?
Yeah, every time I hear the word point in my head, I always go, I'm always on point to the community, and then forget what their point was.
Have you any, right, here's another one for you, right? Any of your bars that you were really proud of the punchline and no one ever reacted to it? And you're
loads. Look, what people don't know about me is I have loads of little sleepers in there. Like, I have loads of little punchlines in there that I just don't think people have copped. Because I remember Jeeves one day, and then he said, like, "Oh, I'll get there." I said, "Jeeves, my whole fucking." I was like, "You listen to my album, I listen to my verses. It sounds mundane, but then if you listen to it again 2 or 3 times, you'll hear that there's actually 2 or 3 little punchlines just for when I'm dead. That you'll kind of people go, oh yeah, but yeah. Do you know what I do actually? I do have one in particular that I thought was a great bar, and nobody picked it up. It was on the Just Bars track.
Right.
So it's a, and by your own admission, man, we know your hoe was wishing that we get the bitch and liquor in the bat. Prohibition.
Yeah.
Remember they used to have the liquor in the bat? Get your bitch and liquor in the bat. I thought that was a dope bar. No, fucking, what do they call tumbleweeds? Tumbleweeds are gone.
Crickets.
Yeah. But that's actually, if I said that in a bar or in a battle, it would get a few woos. Liquor in
Double entendre.
Yeah, so that's one. How many other ones? No, we don't. We're not ones that are kind of obvious. No, I can't think of any.
Like, I had one the other day when I was thinking about this, but one that comes to my mind now was, I think it was on, what was that tune? Me, you and Nui did it. Honest Bullshit. And it was like the one anyone ever said to me off that track was
Angela Merkel and Drag.
Looks like Angela Merkel and Drag, yeah. But the line that I was most proud of myself on getting it was this isn't Liverpool, but you can keep the dog leashed.
Yeah.
Nobody ever fucking got. I was like, man, that's like one of the top. There's scousers out there that should hear that line and be like, man, never thought of that. I'm fucking gutted. Like, nobody ever fucking mentioned it. It's like, these wankers.
Yeah, I actually have a battle. I remember actually O'Shea shouted it out, but when I did it in the like when I had it written down, I was like, right, that's a like. I thought it was a really good bar. I thought because it was a football bar, and I thought lads were going to react to it, and they didn't. And so what's it? You might get the lads to jump me. I'll call up the lads from Dub C. We show up to you a gaffer more advanced than the Dutch team.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was a dope bar, and I dropped it and then was stepping back ready for the crowd to go, oh yeah.
Because I remember, like, obviously, I'm sure people know out there, like you go through all your bars with me, obviously, before your battles, like, and you'd have the placements for like stop for applause.
Yeah.
Drop the bar. This is the punchline, and like obviously. I'd see you practicing and you'd be going through the bars with me for a few weeks leading up to the battles and all. So I'd know pretty much most of your bars going into it. So as you were performing it then, I'd see you do the prep line, the pre-punchline line, the throw out the bar before the punchline bar to get you to the punchline bar and constant start laughing and it'd throw you off. Like, no. And then you right, shut up, right, and then you drop the punchline and get no reaction.
Yeah. It's so weird, like.
So it throw you off completely. Like the fucking lead up to the punchline gets a laugh, the filler gets a laugh, and then the punchline gets fucking crickets, like.
Yeah. that can be, and it can actually kind of fuck you up a little bit as well because you
That's
know
what I'm saying, like,
because
because in your mind you've done it 100 times where they're like, and this is where I got. So after this, I'll take a pause, and if it gets a reaction, I'll let them have the reaction. Then I know I'm coming in on this line. But yeah, you see it all the time in battling anyway. But it was just having seen the prep for it and then seeing it play out, and the reaction is in the complete wrong place. Like it doesn't, you know.
It's like so a good example is the pamphlet battle when I was like, I'll stop now before Pamby starts rhyming rebuttals. No way, he also loves shuttlecocks. Ah, no, minus the shuttle. And the minus the shuttle bit got nothing. And it was like, that was the setup to go, he also loves shuttlecocks. And then the punchline was minus the shuttle. But as soon as I said shuttlecocks, everyone started laughing. And they go, no.
Yeah, what he's doing.
This is the wrong part, lads. You laughed the next bit. Like,
I remember two distinctly that went to perfection. The Chronicle one. He said he just signed to a label. What are you talking about? What are you? No, actually, he said he writes runs in the stable. I remember you practicing that and all, like, and it went to a T. And the other one was the pamphlet one again, where you were like, Pam, I'm up here.
Yeah.
It actually went, whatever happened, like you were doing something and he was looking down, he went, Pam, I'm up here. And, like, brilliant. But, like,
no, he was actually just staring at me cock. That's why I kind of interrupted him halfway through the battle. Like,
but
that was freestyle. But, no, it is. It's weird. You can't predict it. It's mad. It was fun. It was great fun doing them. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, but you can look back now, minus the stress of setting up the event, of cunts pulling out last minute, of venue changes, of all the fucking heartache that went along with, you know, going into the meetings for the Dublin City TV, going for me. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Minus all that shit.
I got a text the other day saying they're watching me on DCTV right now.
What? DCTV is still a thing, is it?
Sunday. Watching you on DCTV. That was at 6:05 of Sunday. I just wrote back there and thought I cancelled off that. Because again, remember they brought me into it and I just absolutely tortured everyone. Yeah. We're just going to film you, give you a response to these people.
Soyo said something. Oh, no, Nash or Soyo, was it? One of them said something in the battle.
Someone said something about chinky eyes or something.
Yeah, I think it was Soyo. I could have been both of them. I think both of them said it at one stage, but it was one of them got flagged. One complaint that fucking heard the bar or whatever. And I remember they wanted to do a panel discussion and all, like, and you were like,
no, what he did was he called me in and they were basically filming me giving my response to these people. I think what he wanted me to do was go in and say, here, look at, this is just the art. This is just the art of war, and words are weapons, and what we are, you don't take it literal. And I just went on, he pressed record, and I was like, listen, you little faggot. If you don't want to watch it, just click over the fucking station. Don't be ratting on us and snitch on us like a little dickhead. Like, it's because you're that's what I'm saying. It's because you're a little pussy. Doesn't mean that the rest of the world has to suffer. Like, so if you don't like DFI, fuck off. And there's basically, that's just kind of verbatim. And the man's sitting there going, oh yeah. Didn't put that out. Like, you know what I mean? But that,
at that stage, we were like fucking 90% of the content on that was, they were just playing that each one of them battle reels over and over again. Like,
yeah.
For anyone that missed it, like, we used to, at the end of a battle, we used to put out, was it all the battles on DCTV, or one battle a week, was it?
Yeah, it was one battle a week. It was on DCTV first and then YouTube.
Yeah, so on a Wednesday night or something, it went on DCTV live and on a Thursday on YouTube. And we used to put people's music videos and all in the after it and all, didn't we? Like, we were giving so much props to fucking every cunt was on there, like. So that's what still bemuses me to this day when people speak ill of DFI or whatever. It's like, every one of you's got a platform, like, there wasn't anyone left out.
No, I don't think anyone spoke ill of DFI. I think the artist thought I was a prick.
Well, that's true. I think you're a prick as well.
I am a prick. Oh, a useful prick.
That's what she said.
Yeah, no, he was not an arsehole, let's be honest with you. We're all arseholes. Some of us are just talking about it.
So I was thinking about, right, we should do a hip-hop classic in Dublin accent. video.
What you mean, like?
Like, do like say your favourite Biggie verse in a Dublin accent. What Biggie would sound like as a dub?
It was all a
Big L as a
dream.
dub.
Used to read Word Up
Word Up
magazine.
magazine. I think that'd have legs. What do you reckon?
Salt and chili chicken is the cuisine. Oh yeah, maybe.
Or a crack. Or a crack.
Yeah, but see, what are you going to do when you come across M-bombs?
You just say man or something, you know what I mean? Be political.
I don't know if I can. Because if I'm rapping along to... They're going to say this now. If I'm rapping along to a rap song, I say it.
Biggie from the Flats, you know what I mean? Not Biggie from the Flats.
No.
Pack from the One, you know what I mean?
Nah, if that's the lyrics, I'm paying homage to the artist by using the lyrics.
The lyrical composition.
Yeah, his lyrical manifest. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, we'll give it a bash. Or is it all Eminem because he doesn't say it?
People trying to kill me. Then you just transition a different word in there.
Well, fuck you, bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Yeah.
West side.
Get money.
Yeah. First off, fuck you, bitch, and the click it claim. West side, when we rock, come equipped with game. Claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. Bust some bad boys, players. Fuck for life. See that through the players in there.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Just,
I just didn't feel like Tupac though doing it. Because when I'm rapping out the Tupac, I want to feel like I am the embodiment.
Well, obviously, you're Anto from the Moon, you know what I mean?
No, I want to be Tupac. I'm not playing.
I want to be Tupac. That's it.
I'm not playing.
That has Snapchat fucking, what's your TikTok video viral written all over it, you know what I mean? Your favourite rap verses in fucking dub accent.
Although I've often rapped along to Eminem in an accent. Doesn't go. There's certain words that they say that we just have a completely different pitch to it. So they go, they're like, shine like a light. You really go, shine like a light. You know what I mean? It's still completely different.
Is it silly that I actually thought that sounded better in the first version?
Shine like a light. Shine like a light. Shine like a light. So, but they sound completely different. So, but he's rhyming like flat off light, and you're going flat light. It doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, so when you try to do it,
I do hear Irish rappers from time to time, and they'll do that. They'll say world, and then they'll say girl, and be like, well, if you're gonna do that, why did you rhyme the two of them things?
Yeah. Listen, girl, you are my world.
Like, why the fuck would you do that? Like,
yeah.
Just move a few pieces around, say it differently, think of something else. Like,
when it spins, when it whirls, when it twirls, when it swirls, two beautiful girls. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of it. But I've actually heard Irish rappers using that sequence in saying it in that way. It's like,
and then you have the poor butcher boys where scared to squirt.
In your handbag.
But he can get away with some of the ones that we couldn't get away with. He says skirt. Check the word skirt. I mean, and stuff like that. Like, you go over there, you're gonna flirt. And I think we say flirt. They say flirt. We say skirt. They say skirt. We say dirt. They say dirt.
Jesus. It's so confusing.
It is. That's the same thing. So,
Southside Irish rapper.
Yeah, they get Ando offensive and just a north side and south side.
PSA 2-1 alert. Ooh, smash. Oh, he's on. No, he's on side. Oh, he's on side.
Has VAR says that.
Oh, he's on. Oh, is he offside? I don't know.
Tune in next week to find out if he's on or offside.
Man, speaking of VAR,
I don't want to speak of it. That's the thing. I don't want to talk about it. Like.
I said, speaking of VAR, I have set down the veto. We are speaking of VAR. It's got to a joke, hasn't it? It's got to a ridiculous, like I wasn't even watching the Liverpool match on Saturday. I was in work. And I just heard, like, right penalty at the end. I seen it pop up. And I seen controversy surrounding it. And I was just like, I just don't care anymore. I genuinely, I've no feelings. I just don't care.
It was like me, because I was saying the quarters when they were saying about with Brighton, and he was going mad about it, and I was like, this is the game now. And then again, West Ham happened to us again. Fucking
like the fucking Salah one, right? He was offside, right? He said offside, right? So you're looking at the line, right? And you have the player. So try and show this, right? His back leg is the standing leg. So they go from his toe when his whole body is in front of him, but his back foot is on the ground. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So they draw the line from his foot to Salah's arm. So well, draw the line from his arm to Salah's fucking arm. Then what are you going to make? You're going to his foot go to his foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're actually cheating. It's just like I'm looking at it going, that's not even a it's offside. There's no argument for offside. Why are they drawing it from his foot when his body, like his foot's behind him? Like you're going to say, oh no, Salah can score with his arm. Oh, so he can score with his arm, so you mark it from his arm. But it's from the defender's foot. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And it's this forensic analysis of football now. It's just like.
Well, no, in fairness though, it's most of the commentators now are starting to get, because they can't, and the pundits, like Carragher and Neville went fucking mental over the Villa one. Was any how was it offside? So see, Paddy Power paid out for a draw.
Did they?
Yeah.
Like it's got to the point now where it's like you've no fans in the stadium. Your only viewership is coming in from eyeballs, and you're turning people off the game. Like
your only viewership is coming from eyeballs. Yeah. Oh God, Tara, I'm not gonna lie, mate. You sounded more intelligent.
Your only revenue was coming from the eyeballs, from the TV revenue. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Viewership.
The only viewers you get from eyeballs. Well, that's how humans operate.
Your revenue stream is coming directly from people at home watching, and you're making it so hard for people to have any enjoyment in it. Like,
yeah, but I think they're doing it based on the fact as well that they know that you're always going to get those diehards that it doesn't matter. The thick and thin will always
you're watching
fucking.
The Champions League is not as bad. The Champions League, it's like a little bit more streamlined. They're not as fucking strict. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. The decisions.
But that's the FA. It's the FA. They brought in VAR. It didn't work. So they brought in new rules to fix it. Didn't work. So they brought in new rules to counter the rules that they brought in that didn't work. So they brought in more rules that aren't working. So it's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's just like, just get rid of it. Bring it back in 10 years when it might work. When you have, like, you can't practice. You can't put this into the biggest league in the world and do a trial run.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that. This needs to be bona fide perfect before you bring it into the biggest league in the world. But they're not doing that. They're literally having a trial run and then changing it as they go until they get it. But that's going to demote so many teams. It's going to fucking, have teams win it that really didn't deserve to win it. They're going to have people get relegated, didn't deserve to get relegated.
It's almost like COVID now. It's like, oh, right, because you said today was the day, now we're safe from it and we can do these things that were dangerous yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, yesterday you couldn't handball it even if your hand was behind your back and hit, but today it's all right.
Yeah.
And and tomorrow they'll change it again. Like there was one I seen. Now it just so happened to be a United match, but United get all the penalties. Yeah. Your man was crossing it, and the defender turned his back. And as he turned his back, his hand was like, he was standing like that, and he turned his back, and his hand is like under his armpit, and the ball brushed off his fingertips. And the referee went over, had a look at the man that, hit his hand, penalty. He's turned his back like to get his arm out of the way, and he's standing in a natural position with his arms by his side, and when he turned his shoulder over, his other hand didn't move, like penalty. And there was one earlier with Joe Gomez, the same. He turns his back and it hits his hand sticking out, and it's a penalty. Yeah, like, what the fuck are we doing? Under any other circumstance, the referee's even going, I wouldn't give it, but under the rules, it just.
But that's what I'm saying. That the issue is the FA and the rules.
implementation,
But
yeah.
they're never going to fucking change. They're never going to put their hands up, admit they were wrong, and say, right, you know.
But it's making it unbearable. Like, you score a goal and you're like, right, bring in the crime scene tape, get the forensic analysis, let's do a fucking biopsy. Yeah, we go back 6 minutes, there was a fucking minor infringement, goal ruled out. You know, it's just, it's become so fucking pathetic. Like that, the Champions League, I think, is a bit better. Like, you'll see something, you'll be like, nah, that's not a penalty. And it's like, yeah, no, they don't give it, you know what I mean? So anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we'd have to leg it now.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, before we do, lads, just because I've seen here, there's a fella on YouTube called Ron Swanson, has a page called Surviving Life. I'm stung out on it. Check it out. It's dope. He's a pedo hunter, but he goes onto the deep web and does deep web investigations and shit like that. And it's just fascinating because he covers all the red rooms and the fucking, you know, snuff.
I think we need to do a deep dive on this, Red.
Well, I'd shit myself. But yeah, I reckon because Jeeves know all about that, wouldn't he?
Who?
Jeeves.
No, not really. No, I don't think.
I'm sure he'd know all about the deep web and all.
A little bit, but I don't know. He's not on it. Like, he's not online. Chap doesn't fucking do the internet. No, actually, if there's anyone out there, there's a shout out. Anyone out there that wants to come on and talk about that, give us a fucking shout. Because I've watched a lot of your man Sean Atwood's and all. He's had loads of cunts on talking about.
Sean Atwood I think it's like a 5-part. I think they're like 2-hour long fucking. That's how I actually came across the guy, because he was on Sean Atwood, and then I ended up watching all. He's done a couple of documentaries like fucking Surviving Hope, and it's just it looks really good, his setup and all that stuff, and then he's just going in and he's just like it's horrible, because he's basically describing, you know, child abuse or murders or, you know, the red room stuff and all, but it's like, it's real. And that's why I kind of end up, I think, being drawn to his page, because he's kind of always saying that, is like, he just finds the...
You had a studio called the Red Room at one stage, isn't it?
I did, actually, yeah. Red Room. We actually recorded the Drink Money mixtape in it. Red Room.
So you're implicating me in this now?
Well, yeah, we murdered that shit, yo.
It's true. And it was for children.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I know, yeah. So yeah, but that's what your man was saying. Your man was saying as well, like he just has a kind of fascinated with the psyche of these people. Like,
I'd be into, send me a few links and have a watch, and we'll do a little deep dive on it. Just go through and fucking describe what he's doing and blah blah blah. Like,
that's what he does. So what he does is, now he has a thing on the torso that it's like a blocker, so he can just activate it, so no images or video show up, and he basically goes and he's reading the comments between them and all, or what they're selling, and it's just mad. Like,
is there any of the fucking Wayfair stuff in that, or no? There's no mention of that sort of shit.
Yeah, he touches on it all, but he's kind of more like I think he's done a bit of the stuff in the Pizzagate, but because I'm kind of watching him back from over the months, so he probably done all this shit back when that was relevant. Yeah. I'm kind of he just kind of covers like you know, just kind of all shit involving, you know, fucking just like online murders and rapes and fucking stuff like that. It's not interesting.
He's not doing stuff like them videos that, not Catch a Predator, but you know, them sort of Facebook groups that are set up now where they're kind of catching cunts on Facebook Messenger and all that. I think they're talking to like 12 and 13-year-old girls and then getting them to meet somewhere and they're arriving there. So it's nothing like that. It's more
no.
like child
trafficking. He's just on the deep web, going into sites and then seeing what the crack is, and he'll be like, oh, hold on a second, fucking, you know, Red Room, goes in, looks at the sites and basically checks out what the Red Room offers is like $600, and you can not only watch it, but you can tell us
we're
what.
gonna have to do a deep dive on this.
Yeah, I'll send you a link or two just so you can see what I'm talking
We'll
about.
do a little review on it. We'll have a watching it, and we'll check back and we'll do a little review. We'll fucking break down some of the stuff he's talking
Yeah,
about.
it's so fascinating. It's just fascinating that it's like it's other humans doing it. Do you know what I mean? It's a completely different fucking. And then he actually has like, there's this thing called hortcore. So it's kind of like it's often the dark web. But it's like that people getting chopped up or fucking children being molested violently, and it's all hort. So the name itself, whatever. So yeah, you got a fella because it's a deep web, and like, these people haven't been caught yet. So anyone that he's even talking to, it's like you're not listening to a guy who was captured who was like, oh, I'm very sorry about this, and he'll tell you what you want to hear. He's talking to these people who have never been caught, and they're just basically saying, "Oh yeah, I love this." Like this, and you're getting a kind of real insight into the mind of fucking psychopaths. It's actually enthralling. Like it's very good. Like, no, I don't really see what he has on it because it's in the van, so I just kind of stick on the podcast and just listen to it. But it's fucking dope, man. I have to say, like the Sean Atwood ones are very good. They didn't fall with him.
Sean Atwood, in fairness, is very good himself.
Yeah, but Sean kind of what happened was Sean Atwood was on a strike, so he couldn't upload. Yeah. So Sean done it on Ron's channel, but I think uploaded the videos onto his channel as well.
Yeah, well, they do that. They call it swapcast. Yeah. So, like, say you have a podcast and I have a podcast, and you want me to come on your show, well, then I'll just air it on mine as well. So my viewers get it and your viewers get it, but same podcast.
Yeah, but that's the same. So if you're looking for that, the ones with him, I'll send you anyway. But yeah, it's fucking, it's dope. But yeah, so anyone else, get out and go and check them out. Surviving Life is the YouTube channel.
Just to announce, for those that don't know, we threw it up the other day. We're releasing the Terrace Johnny Darko Vigilantes, what would you call it, an EP or whatever, on the 21st of December, which is this month.
She's a baby, yo.
It's literally dropping on the equinox. You know what James, like, we're sitting there going, right, what time is the equinox? And so it's like dropping, I think it's at 1:30 or something on the equinox on the 21st of December. So get out and support that. I'm not even saying buy it if you want to, but just stream it, share it about. That'd be fucking greatly appreciated. Anything else a bonus. And more importantly, if you like it, let me know. We might do a review. I don't know if we do something for it, but
is that Dead Label on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope, Joe.
Yeah, you're on Alive, and what's the other one? Me, you, Newey, Jamie. You're on a few channels on it anyway.
No way. Yeah, you got me.
So,
exclusive Red versions that even Red doesn't know about.
Anyway, it's production from Anarchist, Mahoney, Otic, shout out Otic, and Dead Label on that one. So it's featuring then obviously Red, Newey, Robin Kavanagh, and Natasha May. So 6 songs, short and sweet. Get something out for Christmas, and then over the Christmas we'll be working on Declassified Volume 2. I think we've like 7 songs there or something, Red, 7 or 8, something like that. And I'll get that out probably the new year, something like that.
And then the Terrorist album.
That's more or less ready as well. Unless you get me a feature in, Red.
Yeah, I really have to. I really do have to. So I want to go on it.
I'll send you something anyway. I'll actually send you the project over. I have 8 songs there, pretty much ready to go. I'll send it over and get your views on it.
There was one that you have finished. I would have done a verse for it, but you finished it. So fuck that.
What was it?
What's it? Time Machine.
Ooh,
dope Joe. But now you did. It's finished. Fuck it. I just listen to it every time. I was like, if we had a time machine, go back to when your voice. You know what I mean? That's what it's like.
Yeah. Don't get it.
That one. But yeah, right, that's it. Yeah, so everybody go and have yours.
Shout out everyone. It's been a week or so since we were on, but we'll be back on again soon. Christmas time, you know yourself. We'll get a few in while we can, maybe 1 or 2 over the Christmas. Hopefully in the new year we'll be set up to go live from the same place rather than online. And we get a few more guests and all that lined up, and we'll catch you soon. So fair play to everyone for tuning in. Nice one for all the questions and the comments, and we'll catch you next week sometime. Peace.
Good luck.